What if future Goku died? Well, we've all heard the old age, that the hero always wins in the end. But what happens when the hero dies before the end? In this video, we're going to dive into an exciting hypothetical situation where future Goku sacrifices himself in the fight against the army of the dead and then travels back in time, reincarnates and retains both his memories and power levels. It's a mind-bending concept with far-reaching implications. So get ready for a wild ride through the Dragon Ball multiverse. Before we start, do you want to forget to subscribe so you won't miss out any new interesting top 10s and one-shots we'll be doing in the future? Also, if you enjoy what we are doing here, consider supporting us. This really helps our channel grow and allows us to bring you more great content. Now, let's begin. The idea of future Trunks sacrificing himself is not entirely outlandish. In fact, it's something that fans have speculated about for years, and there are a few instances in the Dragon Ball Super anime that allude to this possibility. For example, during the battle with Zamasu, future Trunks is willing to sacrifice himself to save Goku and the universe. However, he is ultimately saved by the timely arrival of the Supreme Kai of Universe. 10. Another instance occurs during the Tournament of Power, when Android 17 sacrifices himself to protect his universe. While he is ultimately brought back to life thanks to the intervention of the Grand Minister, his willingness to sacrifice himself highlights the lengths to which these characters will go to protect their loved ones. However, none of these instances involve Goku traveling back in time and reincarnating, while retaining his memories and power. That concept is truly unique and opens up a whole new can of worms for the Dragon Ball storyline. When Future Goku sacrificed himself, he didn't just die tragically, he also traveled back in time and was reborn. But here's the twist. He retained his memories of his past life. As Future Goku, he remembers everything. He was Future Trunks' mentor, a witness to the destruction of his universe, and most importantly, the last hope for the entire Dragon Ball canon. Imagine the internal conflict this would cause for Goku. On one hand, he has the chance to live a normal life as a young child again, free from the burden of saving the world. On the other hand, he has the memories of everything he's lost and everyone he's loved and died to protect, driving him to want to prevent those tragedies from ever happening. It would be an incredibly intense and emotional struggle for a character who has always been driven by his desire to be a good person and protect the ones he cares about. The circumstances surrounding Goku's death would also play a significant role in shaping his actions. If he died, believing that he had failed to protect his universe, he may be even more determined to succeed in his next life. On the other hand, if he died, feeling like a hero who made the ultimate sacrifice, he may be more willing to accept his fate and move on peacefully. Ultimately, it would be up to the writers to decide how Goku's death and subsequent reincarnation would affect his character and motivations. But the possibilities are truly endless. As a kid, Goku wouldn't remember anything about his past life, but he would also not need to train at all to reach his full potential. Instead, he could spend his childhood simply living life to the fullest and enjoying the little things. All the knowledge and experience he accumulated in his past life would come flooding back to him when he reached adulthood. With his newfound clarity, he could take immediate action to ensure the safety of his universe, making him the most effective and efficient hero the world has ever seen. There are many possible outcomes to this scenario. For example, Goku could choose to use his knowledge of future events to manipulate the timeline and prevent any threats to his universe from ever occurring. Or he could choose to live a more low-key life, using his powers only when absolutely necessary. But one thing is for sure, with Goku's wisdom and power on its side, no threat would be too great for this universe to handle. Goku's return would undoubtedly cause some chaos in the Dragon Ball canon. His friends and family would be overjoyed to have him back, but they would also be shocked by his sudden appearance. After all, Goku had supposedly died protecting the universe from the army of the dead. Seeing him suddenly reappear would raise a lot of questions and eyebrows. Moreover, the return of someone who had supposedly died would likely cause quite a stir in the wider Dragon Ball community. Some people might even believe that Goku had betrayed them by faking his death and then coming back to life. Goku would have to work hard to regain the trust and respect of those who doubted him. However, despite all the challenges that Goku would face, his return would ultimately be a positive development for the Dragon Ball canon. After all, he is the strongest and most beloved character in the series. His presence would undoubtedly make the world a safer place, and his friends and family would be stronger knowing that he was by their side. In terms of Goku's power level, he would retain the same level of strength that he had in his previous life. After all, he isn't getting stronger or weaker as he would still be able to access a Super Saiyan transformation, which would give him a massive boost in power. However, it's unlikely that he would use this power unless absolutely necessary. After all, he would be hesitant to risk the lives of those around him again. Goku's fighting style would also remain the same. He would still rely on his signature Kamehameha attack, as well as his ability to sense and manipulate ki energy. However, he may incorporate some new techniques into his fighting style as well. After all, he has access to a vast array of martial arts techniques from his previous life that he may not have used before. Additionally, Goku would be even more strategic in his approach to fighting, using his knowledge of future battles to anticipate his opponent's moves and devise effective counter-strategies. Overall, Goku's fighting style would be a formidable force to be reckoned with. Goku's return to the world of the living would undoubtedly cause some major shakeups in the Dragon Ball canon. His friends and family would be overjoyed to have him back, but they would also have a lot of questions about how he came back from the dead. Despite the chaos that would ensue, Goku's return would ultimately be a positive development for the series. He is the most beloved character in the franchise, and his presence would make the world a safer place. Goku's personality would also remain the same. He would still be kind, compassionate, and always willing to help those in need. However, he may become more cautious and reserved as a result of his experiences in his previous life. After all, he has seen firsthand the devastating effects of losing control and letting his emotions get the better of him. Nevertheless, Goku's unwavering determination to protect the innocent would remain at the core of his being. In terms of Goku's relationships, he would still have the same close bonds with his friends and family. However, he may be more guarded in his relationships moving forward, fearing that he may lose them again. Despite the challenges he faces, Goku's compassion and empathy would help him rebuild the connections he had in his previous life and forge new ones along the way. If future Goku were to die and then return as a baby, it would certainly shake up the Dragon Ball canon. But it would also present some exciting new possibilities for the series. His return would undoubtedly be met with mixed reactions from fans, but ultimately, it would be a welcome addition to the franchise. What do you think? How do you think future Goku would handle being reborn as a baby? What kind of impact do you think it would have on the Dragon Ball canon? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Also, now that you're on this part of the video, please support us. This really helps our channel grow and allows us to bring you more great content. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss out any new top 10s and one-shots we will be doing in the future. You have been amazing, and we love you guys. See you next time!